Hey beautiful, today we're talking about the hidden habit that could be affecting your hair growth more than you realize. It's not your shampoo, it's not your hair oil, it's not even your genetics. It might be showing up on your plate every day, specifically processed foods and added sugar. Now, before you click away because you think this is going to be another lecture about nutrition, please stay with me. Because if you've been experiencing thinning hair, increased shedding, inflammation, or even slow hair growth, this conversation may help you connect some dots if you've never considered them before. So with that said, let's get into today's episode. Do you want healthy, full, manageable, natural hair in simple solutions, but struggle with finding safer options you can trust and want to take all of your time and energy to search? If so, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Ashley, wife, mom, and Jesus BFF. I learned the secret of how to care for my hair and save time while maintaining it. Holistic care. So if you're ready for healthy hair, better health, and faith that helps you stay consistent, grab your comb, your brush, and your Bible because it's time to grow. Okay, beautiful. Now, before we get into today's discussion, I want you to do a true inventory of all of your hair products and supplements. And I want you to ask yourself, have you ever wondered why you could spend hundreds of dollars on these things, but your hair still not respond? What if your scalp isn't the problem? What if the true issue is long before your hair follicle? A lot of times we could actually be eating foods that contribute to inflammation in the body while we're consistently praying and asking the Lord for thicker hair, healthier growth, and less shedding. So this is where that conversation was inspired from. And so my heart today is in this episode is to help you connect the dots and know what you can do about it moving forward. All right. So it's all out of love. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see for us, and even when I look back on my story, is that we can make hair loss as only a hair problem. And that's not the case. One of the things with me, I would go to my hairstylist, and while my hair was thriving, my edges weren't, they were barely there. And she would ask me what was going on. And while I was looking to her to be my solution, you tell me, you're the hairstylist, I'm with my hair 100% of the day. And there are things that I was doing and I wasn't doing. And so externally, I was wearing wigs back to back. I was doing my scarves and my head wraps every day. So my hair wasn't seeing the light of day ever. I would just go to sleep and put a bonnet on and wake up and put a scarf on. So it never seen the light of day. So that was that externally. Internally, I didn't know what was going on. And so the Lord had to reveal where I was lacking and what I could do better when it came to that. And one of the things I want you to know is that hair is often a reflection of internal health. Our bodies, the bodies that the Lord has placed us in, is extremely intelligent. So when we have resources like our vitamin D and all of our essentials, when it's limited or the body is under stress, it's going to prioritize functions necessary for growth. Necessary for survival. So this means that your hair growth is actually going to move lower on the priority list. So this doesn't mean that hair loss is caused by food. Not every hair loss that you see is caused by that. But what it does mean is that you could either choose foods that's going to support your healthy hair growth, or it's going to work against it. Like the Lord, when I say that He really gave us free will, He really gave us a free will. You could either go His path or not. The choice is up to you. And so this is where processed foods come into the conversation. Let me hold your hand. Let's keep going. Now, processed foods, its whole purpose is to be convenient. Have you ever noticed how processed foods are way cheaper compared to organic foods? Pop-Tarts are way cheaper than some of the fruit that's out there. And it's available. It's also created to last longer on the shelf. So you're not going to see a Pop-Tart get rotten compared to a fruit. Also, processed foods, it tastes better. So that's the thing. But the challenge behind that is that you could also be lacking the nutrients that your hair needs. Think about it. Our hair needs so many nutrients like protein, iron, healthy fats, vitamin D. And when your diet is heavily centered around chips, fast foods, sugary drinks, packaged snacks, you're eating that consistently, your body may not be getting the building blocks you need for optimal hair growth. So over time, what's actually happening is that you could actually have nutritional gaps that affect the health of your hair. Now, because one snack decision that you make today is not going to automatically cause hair loss, if you do this over time, make this a lifestyle of yours, it can actually influence your wellness. Ask me how I know, because I also have experience with this, unfortunately, because I dealt with fibroids. Now, sugar, it played a big role when it came to fibroids, but there were some other factors as well, but sugar was like one of the biggest causes. And I also, during this time, I also noticed changes with my hair as well. Little did I know how much inflammation was actually in my body. Now, speaking of sugar, let's talk about it. Sugar is everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. It's not even funny. Like, it's in your coffee, if you drink coffee. It's in your desserts, your breakfast cereals. It's even in foods marketed as healthy. So that's even your protein bars. It's everywhere. And when you're regularly consuming a lot of added sugars, then your blood sugar levels are going to spike. And those spikes, it could cause stress on the body. So over time, when you're eating like so much sugar, this can contribute to the inflammation and what's also called oxidative stress. And the inflammation, it affects multiple systems throughout the body. And that buildup, it also affects the environment that supports your healthy hair growth. So when it comes to inflammation, think of it like a small fire. A little inflammation is part of a normal body function, but when the fire is constantly being fueled with the sugar and processed foods, then your body has to work harder to maintain balance. And hair follicles, it don't exist by itself. So when it's affected, it's because of what's happening throughout your entire body, which goes to my example with the fibroids and what was going on with my hair. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know this applies to me? Well, here are some red flags. If you've noticed increased shedding, if you notice slower growth as well as difficulty retaining length, or even your scalp seem a little dry or irritated, and you wanting sugar like constantly, like you have to have sugar a lot, you even notice that you're crashing throughout the day. These are symptoms, but it's also worth paying attention to because the root cause of these, it can be linked to other things, but our bodies whisper before it starts shouting. So if you notice any of those things, it's, maybe pause and see exactly where you're at when it comes to your diet. Now, here are 5 simple steps I want to share with you to support healthier hair. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is just progress. And so as the Lord has given us grace, we want to move in His grace and have actionable steps that as we're praying and believing that He's going to do this for our hair, we have to do things on our end as well. And here's where you can start. So the first thing is to add before you subtract. So instead of focusing on what you can't eat, because I know what you can't eat, it probably could be a little bit depressing, focus on what you can add. So this means eat more vegetables, have more protein, eat more healthy fats, more nutrient-dense foods. All of this is going to be great for you. And I tell you, this has helped me a lot because I used to think that I had to have dessert after every meal. And it actually started when I was a child. And so it was like a lifestyle habit that I had to break from. And once I started to break from that and I actually started to eat more protein and more vegetables, I started to realize that I was actually full and I didn't need to get dessert after every meal. And so once you do that, I think this is really going to help you. The second thing is to watch hidden sugars. It is everywhere, guys. I even have on my website a hidden list of sugar that you could download for yourself. I'll be sure to share that in the show notes that you could have. But what's really helpful when it comes to this is to start reading your labels. Even if it says that it's healthy, turn it around and read the label, because sugar, it often shows up in places you wouldn't expect. Now, the third thing you want to do is to prioritize your protein. Hair is mostly made of protein, and a lot of times we simply not getting enough. And so you want to make sure you're eating your protein. Plus, your body will really thank you for it. And number 4, you want to stay hydrated. Now, healthy hair, it starts with healthy cells. And in order to have healthy cells, we have to make sure we're drinking enough water. I say that with my little liter bottle right beside me. So constantly drink your water. And finally, which is really should be my first tip, but my final tip is to invite the Lord into your wellness journey. Sometimes we could become so focused on fixing ourselves, we realize our mistake or, I should have did this better. And we could be hard on ourselves and want to do things on our own, that we forget to seek wisdom and guidance. And one of the scriptures that I actually have for you is from Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18 and 19. This is the NIV version. It says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble." So when you don't know what's going on, then you could be doing all the things. For example, you could be getting all the hair products and everything because you don't know. And this what's really making you stumble, what's really causing that hair to be stunted, that growth to be stunted. And so as you walk in the light of day, when you're walking with the Lord, He is going to lead you and that path is going to shine bright. And so this podcast episode, my prayer is that it's going to lead you into a brighter path that the Lord has for you. And true wellness, it isn't only physical, but it's spiritual, it's emotional, and it's physical, all working together. Now, as I close, if you're struggling with thinning hair, I want you to remember this. The answer may not be another hair product. It may be time to look at your daily habits that influence inflammation and overall health, because small choices made consistently can create meaningful change over time. Your hair journey isn't about perfection. It's about stewardship. So I want you to take care of the body that the Lord has given you and give it the support that it needs to thrive. Now, if you're tired of guessing what's causing hair thinning and you're looking for personalized support, I offer one-on-one hair wellness coaching. And together, what happens is that we'll take a deeper look at your hair history, your nutrition habits, lifestyle factors, potential root causes contributing to your hair concerns. And my goal for you is to help you to understand your body and create a realistic plan based on your season that supports healthy hair growth starting from the inside out. So if that sounds like something you benefit from, then you'll find a coaching link in the show notes. I'd be honored to support you on your journey. Until next time, stay encouraged, stay consistent, and remember that healthy hair starts with healthy foundations. So I will talk to you next time. Bye, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you please take 30 seconds and share with a friend who may want to care for their hair without overwhelm and confusion? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It lights me up to feel the love when I know the podcast is helping you. Well, I'm off to care for my crown, drink my water, and stop touching my hair. I'll meet you back on Tuesday for another quick episode. Love ya!